Welcome to a brand new episode of Sequel Rights, the podcast where we take a look at the franchises that make you go, they made how many of those? And we give each and every sequel a fair trial. My name is Justin Camps, and I'm here with
Elizabeth Helly.
And
now that we're back in the White House, baby eagle, Tyler Hymanson.
Baby
Eagle.
The answer to how many of those is 4 episodes.
4 episodes.
4 episodes worth. Quote unquote episodes. Here we are this week, continuing our march towards Zach Kreger's Resident Evil. That's just got another dope new trailer out with the Comic-Con here. And we are talking this week about Resident Evil Infinite Darkness.
Infinite, again, means 4 episodes.
If you have no idea what that is, it is a Netflix television series of all things. And it continues the animated CG storyline that we've been following a little bit.
No mention of diving. And
but
again, that woman is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, that's true. Like these are all made by the same people, kind of. So it's like it continues that vein of storytelling, and but this time it's a TV show, allegedly.
Yeah, I guess we can get into that after the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can watch it on Netflix right now if you want to watch it quick before you hear it. There's only 4 episodes, pretty short and sweet. But before we get too far into things, Eliz, where can people reach out?
You can find us on Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, and YouTube at Sequel Rights, or email us sequelrights@gmail.com.
And rate and review wherever you're listening. Thumbs up, stars, whatever metric, whatever place, Podbeans. Help other people find the show. We appreciate it.
That's right. Just don't email us if you're trying to get food stamps. We can't help you with that. We can't help you with that. Sorry. Or whatever other junk mail someone signed us up for.
You think someone did it on purpose?
I don't know. I don't think so.
For revenge?
Maybe. Not for revenge, I don't think. Who knows why? It's just weird that they were all addressed to the same person for a while.
Yeah.
Very odd. Anyways, we're here, Resident Evil guys. All right, you guys want to dive into it here? Here we go.
You said
Resident
we go
Evil,
diving.
We're going diving
Infinite darkness.
right now with no flashlights.
You want to talk about it?
Every night I have the same nightmare. That day, that was hell.
I remember people screaming.
What's going on?
They get bit and then they turn.
You watch it spread. And spread.
It's terrifying.
Leon? It's gotta be another outbreak.
I gotta go. Don't do anything stupid.
Dun, dun, dun. Did you do something stupid or not? Find out this week.
Yep. So 4 episodes, but they're very short.
Yeah, these episodes, they're like between 22 minutes, 23. I think the longest one is like 27 minutes.
But why then? Just make it a movie.
This ends up being
very odd.
the exact runtime of one of the movies, and is basically structured, plotted, and executed as if it is a continuous runtime movie.
Yes.
It's very odd. It's very odd. It's weird because I went to go watch the making of, and it was like, wow, the making of is longer than any of the episodes. And they talk about how the director said he wanted to, or the writer said he wanted to challenge himself this time to make a TV show instead of a movie.
What year is this again?
2022.
Okay, so it's clear to me that Netflix was trying something.
Yeah.
Because it's branded as a Netflix anime original series. And this is also before...
this is 2021, actually. So.
Oh, 2021.
It's before the live action TV show that we'll talk about next, right?
Yeah.
And so, it just seems so strange that they made it a series. I know Netflix has had trouble getting their footing in Japan specifically. But yeah, this just seems strange.
I think it's probably an offshoot of Castlevania was really popular for them. The original anime they did was very good. And so I think that it was them trying to rush to series and get a foothold into just being like, hey, we're going to be the video game anime, thing, which they've done with Cyberpunk Edge Runners and some other stuff there. So I don't know. Maybe
it almost just makes me wonder if it's like they already had a movie, but for whatever reason, Netflix wanted a series and not a movie.
Yep.
So they just like
the algorithm
cut it up.
demands.
They just cut
Yeah,
it
it must be some algorithmic reason.
They cut it up and added a opening title sequence and all that.
Well, especially because it's just
Straight out of Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, it already feels like it should be a movie based on the story and the runtime, and then just the fact that it's the binge model, so it's like anyone who even did watch this probably watched it all in one sitting. So
it goes so fast.
It doesn't even do the
weird.
thing. Like, there's an opportunity here where they could have done one episode per perspective of the characters. And, like, you could have had a Claire Redfield episode. You could have had a Leon episode. You could have the hero of Pendergast episode. You could have the evil Chinese.
Wow. Okay, we'll get there. Okay, so
But they weren't even evil.
I don't know. What do you want to say overall? What about this? Like, talk about the plot or something a little.
Okay, so here's what I'll say of just setting the scene. I do think that this is probably overall the closest to a game experience, or at least a game plot line of things happening, of going place to place, and everything else that's across these things. That being said,
and they've gotten way further. Like, this is the furthest into like crazy political machinations I think we've gotten.
And I think that's the other thing that I was going to say is that the games are always some small isolated thing that's happening somewhere, and like what the government's doing other than sending a nuclear missile to Raccoon City isn't really talked about, and that's kind of cool. Like like there's always this idea like, no, the world's just going on outside. And so it's other than in 4, Leon is rescuing the president's daughter, but like that kind of doesn't matter either.
Well, it matters here because the president wants to fuck Leon. Okay, he is into him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, where'd you get that information from? Oh, from Leon.
Oh my God, he like
Did he say
bricked
anything
up
about-
immediately.
did he say anything about me?
Mind changed.
Yeah.
I love China now.
But yeah, I think that it is interesting that, we're literally in the White House and it's very political, where the games avoid that pretty. I can't think of anything more than just Ashley being the president's daughter.
My main thought watching the scene in the White House was like, wow, they're in parts of the White House that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
They bust into the movie theater because the movie theater is not there.
Yeah.
They bust in there and they like shoot some zombies in there, and I'm like, wow, that part is not even there. Like that hallway, I don't think is there anymore. It's crazy.
It's
Ballroom's
funny
going to
'cause
make a hell of a set piece for John Wick 5.
I have not played any of the games, but I've now seen 3 movies of animated Leon, and you guys have been saying this not the Leon that I want. This is not
Leon.
hashtag not my Leon. Okay, like for 3 movies, and this one I think. Even though I don't actually know that Leon, watching this in the beginning, Leon and Claire, I was like, I feel like this is the closest we've been to the real Leon and Claire that you guys keep asking for.
Yes.
Because they seemed completely different.
Well, and I love this. This Leon is like nonchalant to the death. Like, he's like, like in the final episode, I think he's hanging over a vat of acid like 600 times, and he's just there like, yeah, whatever. I could be here all day. Like, and
I'm like,
oops, I fell. Whatever.
Frequent Never Guessed the podcast walked in at that point, and I was just like, if you hang out, you're probably going to get to hear Leon say some dumb bullshit.
Yes. And he was spouting them off.
He didn't at that point, though. He was just hanging. He was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
He's so like all the other characters are screaming like, oh my God, and he'll just be like, oh, whatever, falling, catch myself, flip over here, whatever. Oh, okay.
Speaking of, there's been something making the rounds on social media. Is the voice actor who's the voice actor in this, and has an interview going around of that there was a line that he recorded for the latest Resident Evil 9 game, Resident Evil Requiem, where you defeat a spider, and the line that he threw in is like, "You've been an itsy bitsy pain in my ass."
Oh my God.
And he's very upset that didn't
cut
make it in. They cut it. And the internet is upset that is not that did not make it in the game.
Pretty rude. That's pretty rude.
Wow.
But yeah, this is at the time the Resident Evil 2 remake had just come out, and the voice actors of Claire and Leon were reprising their roles here. And And everything here was like done with mocap animation. So a lot of the behind the scenes is all like showing them like redoing all the scenes and, you know, acting out all the action beats and stuff.
It looks pretty good. I would say this movie looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
some of it looks good.
Close. Some of it you can tell, like, okay, they didn't get mocap for that guy. Yeah. And then also for like certain things, I'm like, why not get a good model of just walking? Why every time somebody walks away, they look like
the final shot,
so stilted.
The final shot of
hard.
Leon walking towards the White House, I was like, I swear he was glitching.
He was.
Like all you needed was to put the little dots, and you get one woman walking and one man walking, and just do it. Like, you know, I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm sure it's much more complicated than that.
Right,
but like, and then the other thing too is that like, you know, people always like, you know, you reference Avatar or like Planet of the Apes, all of the
Apes strong together.
Yeah, I'm blocking his name out because he said
Andy
that
Serkis.
thing about ethnic people this week.
What did Andy Serkis say?
Oh, you don't want to know, trust me. But anyways, so Andy Serkis, and those things, you know, when you see the all the dots or whatever, and so. But then those things have the advantage of not being human. So then with the Uncanny Valley, I feel like no matter how many dots you put on their face, the mocap is going to be like, I don't know. Because there were a lot of times where I was like, oh, the mocap's pretty good. Like the mouths are moving correctly and everything. But then the forehead is like not moving. She's like Botoxed to death in the front, you know? And I'm like, what is happening here? Like she's only moving from the nose down. And then like everything up is like not, you know, and I don't know. So I am admittedly extremely sensitive to the Uncanny Valley, like to the point where everyone is annoyed at me most of the time.
Yeah.
But
They're like, what are you talking about? I didn't notice that.
But it was, yeah. It's just because I could see like the clear cutoff.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, in order to do it right, you actually do need people hand animating from those control points afterwards. And there's clearly scenes in this movie where it's just like, first draft, last draft, we got the mocap, put it in, render.
Right. Yeah.
So looking at the CG animated films, this one that we've been talking about, this one, Infinite Darkness, is supposed to follow the events of they're supposed to take place following the events of Resident Evil Degeneration, which was the airplane one.
What?
Oh wait, so this is before when Leon's sad and drunk in his hotel room?
Yes, that's what it says.
This is so this is before the wedding and before the Eastern Slavic Republic or whatever.
So this is the one where, you know, like Claire's working for TerraSave, which she's still doing in this.
Yeah.
And we had that whole like, you know, bubble whatever, the indoor bubble park.
The bubble building.
Bubble science building. Yeah.
What?
And the lady with the diving. That's that movie, right?
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Just make it after everything.
Well.
But I guess, okay, so then I did somewhat wonder because I was like, in that one, a lot more people like know about zombies.
Yeah.
By the time they got to the lab one and then the Eastern Slavic, Eastern European one, a lot of people knew about it at that point. So I guess it makes a little bit of sense, but it's just kind of like, unless you're explicitly saying that at the beginning, it's just like, why bother?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
This is why they have another sequence towards the end of the series where they heavily zoom in and go like, it's Tricell.
Yeah, and
because
I get that I was supposed to care about that, but
it takes
I didn't.
place before Resident Evil 5, where Tricell's like the big company that's doing all this stuff.
Okay. Well, I didn't get that at all, but all right, fine.
I know you wouldn't. That's why it's like
there's not even really a thing to get. Like,
it's just letting you know, like, this is where we are in the timeline.
It's all umbrella. Like with the fact that they're trying not to make it like it's just like
Right.
there's an evil corporation, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Umbrella.
Right.
Yeah. So here we are following more of. I do think it's cool to see more of Leon working for the White House and being like a secret agent for the White House or whatever. And he gets called in to help with a mission that this guy, Jason, who's the hero of Panamstan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mad Dog Moody.
We need to talk. Well, okay. We have to talk about a few things because.
Shenmei.
Do you know what I'm going to say about this guy, Jason? Justin?
I'm not sure.
Do you know who this guy 100% reminds me of?
I don't think so.
Okay, so.
Hang on, let me buckle up.
Okay, so I still watch Grey's Anatomy because Justin works on it, and I don't have any other friends who watch it, and so I'll talk to Justin about stuff that he's seen like a year ago, and you know, and he's professional. He doesn't say anything about the characters, but there is one character that I absolutely hate, and I have found out that there are dozens of us on the internet. I am not alone. But this guy, based on how he looks, and then everything he does, I'm like, this guy is Owen from Grey's Anatomy. He is a redheaded ginger guy who is like so obsessed with his PTSD from the military that he lets it take over every single thing in his life, and he is an asshole. So that is him, first of all. Second of all, Panam Stan, okay?
Panam Stan.
Panam Stan is
Panam Stan.
Everyone's
impossible
favorite
to
country.
say, not possible to say, and also none of the voice actors in this movie bother to leave out, like, to say that Panam Stan, okay? Everybody just says Panamistan, 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 Panamistan. And I looked it up and I'm like, how many countries with Stan at the end are not, preceded by a vowel and go like directly into it? And it's only 2, and people are not automatically, it's like Kazakhstan, and then there was one other, but I forgot which one. And they don't say it, you don't say it like that. You don't say Kazakhstan or whatever, so I don't know why they made that the name in the first place. Why didn't they just make it Panamistan?
Yeah.
And so that everyone could say it. But then if they weren't gonna change the name, then correct everybody and force them to say Panamstan. Like, it just
I didn't even notice that.
Are you serious?
No,
you
yeah.
couldn't
I
tell
noticed
they
a
were
little
saying
bit, yeah.
Panamistan the entire time? Every single Panamistan.
There's a lot of people that are fans of Panam. They're Panam stans.
Oh boy.
It's just like, it was the whole movie, and it was driving me nuts. But so there was that.
It's a TV show, Elis.
The whole TV
Come
show.
on.
There's
Which
a lot
episode
of
are you
like
talking
weird
about?
translation things, because I'm sure, much like the movies, that they just did this in both Japanese and English. And then obviously with Netflix, you have like 10 other languages they do it with. But in the opening credits, they're like showing clips of like like a bulletin board with threads and everything, like the Always Sunny meme or whatever, like the crazy bulletin board. And there's pictures of all the dudes who like committed suicide, and it says like suicide under all of them. But one of them, like the most biggest one, it says suicide with like an S, like SUISIDE, like right there in the credits, like suicide, and like with an S. And I'm like, So there's that. And then the other language thing is that I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know what their full names are, but if June C and Shen Mei are their names, their name tag on their military uniform would not say Shen Mei and June C. It would just say Shen or June. Like, your thing would not say Tyler Hymanson across your chest for every, military.
Well, what if I was that good?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, so that's the other language thing that I was just like, what the hell? Okay, but anyways.
So apparently, if you're looking at the actual timeline of this, that the helicopter that we see go down in Panam Stan is in 2000. It's a Black Hawk Down situation. And this movie is taking place in 2006.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I also didn't really like the way this worked, as like, I felt it was confusing, like constantly flashing back, and like each episode get like a tiny little bit more of like what happened in Panam Stan.
The Lalilulelo?
Right. Like, oh, these guys. Some of them, they turn into zombies, but if they sit around for a long time, they turn into like some sort of crazy Last of Us type
rock
zombies.
people.
Yeah, why did he look like Swole Groot or something at the end? Like, they've never looked like that before, right?
I thought it was kind of a cool design, honestly.
Sure.
Like
Hang
something
on, before
different.
anybody takes it, I have to take as my MC name Swell Groot.
Swell Groot.
But as Vin Diesel told us, that Groot is actually not Groot. It's Groot's son or whatever the
Right.
fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, like,
Groot is dead.
yeah.
I'm mailing myself a letter that says Swell Groot.
But so basically this helicopter goes down. The Mad Dogs in their helicopter disobey orders and go try to save them.
Because they're mad.
And then
Dogs.
I did think it was interesting that we see that they do all get bit by zombies.
Ouch.
And it turns out that they have something that they can like inject in themselves that's an inhibitor that'll stop the transformation. But if you run out of it, you'll transform, and that's why everyone was killing themselves, because they were just like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. Which, cool idea, honestly. Especially when you're talking about like pharmaceutical companies and like staving off death, and like it's not something I've seen approached in the movies or the games, and cool idea.
Well, last time we had a vaccine that could help you if you hadn't died, if you had turned from like ingesting or being shot up with the thing and you took the vaccine, you could be cured. But if you die and then do the whole zombie thing, you cannot be cured.
Yeah,
by
and again,
it.
but there was a loophole if you married someone that had the vaccine.
Right, yeah.
And again, those movies took place after this, so
Yes,
you could you could say that the inhibitor was maybe like an early version of this vaccine that eventually appeared. I don't know. I'm helping them with their own storytelling.
There is something really fucked up here and cool is you find out. Well, I guess we get into spoilers, but we find out that the Mad Dogs are maybe in on this, and after we see them all get bit, and so they are basically the secret government hit squad that will do anything because they don't want to turn into horrible monsters, and the government is the only place that they can get the inhibitor. Cool idea.
Yeah.
It was crazy because they crash and they find literally only one dude who's still alive, and it's June C. Yep. They drag him out there. They find out everything. And this is all spread across like all 4 episodes. Like you said, the time is like whatever. But chronologically, this is what happened. And, as happens in the military, his older sister happens to be the one running comms back at the base.
That's what happens.
Yeah, and then she is able to leave her desk and somehow walk into the area that they're not supposed to be and go up to the guys. And I guess because she's Asian, they just automatically are like, oh, it must be her brother. And they let her unzip the zombie body.
She never says, like, that's my brother.
She comes in and they're like, why are you here? And she's like, I'm so-and-so. And I was listening to the comms, and then she just looks at the zombie, and she's like, and it's like writhing around in the body bag, and she just goes up to it, and they let her open the body bag that they have probably gone through some amount of trouble to zip up. They let her open it and see who it is and find out that it's her brother, and they're like comforting her, but I'm like, she never is like, I heard on the radio that you said my brother's name, and
Also, I gotta say, it took me way too long to realize that was the same person.
That was the same
I was
guy.
like, that girl in the uniform was also the girl that we were following.
Which is like, why is she like?
I had no idea those were the
Leon
same people.
Status after being like a comms person.
I had no idea those were the same people.
I
for
found
a
it
very
really
long time.
distracting when she opened up the body bag and looked around them, and like he was a zombie, and he was like, "Wow, this really is some sort of Bad Batch. We should probably get off of Camino."
But no, it was just crazy that they let her. Why would you let this random girl who snuck into the area that you are being killed for going into and then let her unzip the zombie?
That's classic Bad Batch. I mean, Mad Dog style.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's one of those.
Do not sully the name of the Bad Batch by comparing it to these Mad Dogs, okay? Absolutely not.
It's one of those things where it's like, the writers know that the audience knows, but they don't realize that the characters wouldn't know, so they just forget to put it in there because the way that they're putting it in, like, we already know, so why does she have to say again?
I guess, but it's just
it's a bad writing.
It's very weird, and like it also like okay, so when you see that there is like an Asian person in like the room with the president in the very beginning, like because that's how we're introduced to her. I'm kind of like, okay, well. Okay, good. I mean, it's not, you find out it's not Ada. And then I was like,
which is important.
Yes. And then I was like, but you know what? The animation has gotten better because they actually look Asian.
Yeah.
Her and her brother and her grandfather, they all look Asian. Yep. Whereas Ada in that other movie looked like a white lady with black hair. Yeah. Okay. And so that was great. And then I kept thinking, because there's like this, what is he, the Secretary of Defense or whatever? Yeah, and he keeps being like, China. And I'm like, oh, at some point, someone's probably going to be mean to this girl because she's ethnically Chinese, And they never really get into it about like, are they Chinese American? Were they immigrants? Like, we don't really know. We just know that Grandpa lives in China still. Yeah. And that they were both in the American military. Yeah. And it's actually there's never really any connection made to like the greater China and what they're mad at and what the government's mad about. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, I guess.
This guy just hates China for some reason.
Yeah. So I was glad that they didn't like call, like look askance at her ever or whatever. But then it's also kind of like, well, but she actually was working against the government. Just not for China, just in general. Just in general, okay? Just because someone's not white doesn't mean they're working against the government, except when they are, and not for any other country just because.
Yeah.
For family reasons. Not ethnic family reasons, just family reasons. So, whatever.
I was just thinking about that one night only promo.
I have not.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have not yet. Okay, now I have to explain this. So in Venice, on the corner of Lincoln and Venice Boulevard, there is a shut down car wash with walls all around it, and on the corner is like a pointy. What do you call it? Like what the Washington Monument is. I'm blanking on
like
the
an
word.
obelisk.
An obelisk, yes. An obelisk that's probably like 6-7 feet tall, and it's a Venice Japanese American internment memorial, and it's there on the corner, and it's kind of weird, but whatever, But since the car wash is under construction, they sold the entire construction wall behind the obelisk for advertisements, and it's been blank. Or it's been advertisements that didn't register in my brain. And so I'm driving by it, and it's completely covered in a giant advertisement for the movie One Night Only. And so my plan this week is to pull over and take a photo of it and then put on Threads what wasn't One Night Only? The internment. Which I'm okay, I get it. The car wash wants to sell the ad space, but also if you have a memorial right in front of it, maybe don't, or maybe at least think about what the content is. If it were an ad for water or Coca-Cola, I probably wouldn't have thought much of it. But the fact that it just says "One Night Only" in giant letters in a movie about people who can have sex for one night only, I was like, I don't know. We'll see. I hope it's still there
a little bit awkward
on Monday because I didn't pull over this week to do it. But anyways, unrelated.
Should we talk about at the beginning episode structure wise, we're summoned to the White House. There's 3 elite agents there. One is this lady that we don't know really where she came from. One is the hero of Pendergast. And the third is a guy.
Well, and there's also a fourth. Oh yeah, right. You're talking about the guy.
There's a guy that has wavy hair.
Yeah.
There's a Chad here somewhere.
Yeah, and then there's
and they're all Leon.
There's a Department of Defense guy, the crazy guy.
Yeah.
And then there's also
Wilson,
another fat advisor guy.
Yes.
So
who kind of looks like the guy from Degeneration.
He wasn't that fat.
But this is years later.
Yeah, that's true. Could be the same guy.
But I guess it's years before. Maybe he started taking his GLP-1s.
The bad politician guy was kind of a fat guy, wasn't he?
No, I know, but I'm saying this guy is not as fat as the bad politician was.
It felt like his face looked the same.
The bad politician looked like the cocaine mayor guy from Canada or whatever,
So, random Chad guy is annoyed about Leon. He thinks Leon's been lucky.
Yeah.
He doesn't think he's that skilled. And Jason says, you don't survive that without skills.
Yeah, come on, man.
And that's about as far as that storyline goes.
Yeah, but then that guy is around later to, like we said, to tell the president,
Leon told him
your
something.
boyfriend told me to tell you.
He passed me a note and wanted me to pass it to you.
It was from Leon, sir.
Change the national policy.
Be still my heart. Leon told me something. Yeah.
I guess at the same time, Claire Redfield is in this movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she is part of the same NGO that she was
She's working for TerraSave.
TerraSave. And she is going around, I'm going to say Pendergast again. What's it called?
Trying to talk to Panamstan.
Panamstan. Trying to figure out. She's
trying to force mute kids to talk.
There's a hilarious scene where this kid basically draws a Goya oil painting of all the atrocities that are being there, and there's this hand monument.
Wow, what did you draw?
And she's looking at it, and then there's this giant wraparound thing, and it's just she's in the square where this has happened. There's the hand monument's right behind her, and she never notices.
Well, the interesting thing is she's kind of she makes the connection because she's like, this children's drawing looks like Raccoon City.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before, how in some of these movies, it seems like they don't know anything about zombies culturally. Yeah. And so, yeah, I guess there are no zombie movies or zombie popular culture because she's like, this is not a drawing that's clearly of zombies. She's like, this looks like that time I was in Raccoon City.
People were infected with something.
Yeah, so it was very strange.
Was it the mumps?
But also because Claire is like so separate from most of this, like I think there's like an entire episode where she's not in it like at all.
Yeah.
But then otherwise she's like doing her own thing until like the very end.
She's off having like a normal like Resident Evil like investigative creepy moments.
She does see him for like 5 minutes they cross paths in the president's office and she's not like, Leon, why are you with the president? And she does make fun of his outfit.
Yeah, she does make fun of his clothes.
Yeah, and then at the very end it's like, are they gonna fuck?
Yeah.
No.
For some reason? Yeah.
They're going to be not even friends.
Yeah, that's right.
That's spoilers, I guess.
But I was like, why do they gotta have that scene where she lands on him like that?
I know. It was so weird.
It's like, this is out of nowhere.
Because Leon must always be tempted, but he must remain pure.
There's no sex. There's no sex in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
No.
Nowhere.
Ada Wong dresses like that because she wants to.
That's right. Not for any other reason.
Not for any other reason.
He does proposition Shen Mei pretty early on. But not
None
overly.
of it works.
So
None of it works.
he's just kind of like, do you want to get dinner after this?
He's like, I think there's some room in your brother's
He's like, would you like to go to the Panera Bread around the corner to me?
It should have been Panera Stand.
Panera Stand. The company of Panera annexed a plot of land outside of China. Yeah.
Man. Then Leon could have panini pressed somebody.
We were talking a little bit. I was gonna.
There is like a mini outbreak, literally in the White House.
Yeah.
After a hack.
There's a dude that jumps onto a chandelier and falls. And we have both just seen Phantom of the Opera. And I swear to God, the score, the note it was playing when the chandelier fell, it was the... And I was like, oh my God. Like, just the one note. I was like, somebody knew. Somebody knew.
Yeah, I'm sure that was on purpose.
Yeah.
So. I liked the action sequence with the gunfire and everything.
Yeah, it was cool.
We were talking. This was before we started recording, but this whole sequence with the flashlights.
I have found that I am using flashlights wrong. Apparently, you're supposed to be clicking them on and clicking them off repeatedly and incessantly.
That was so insane.
There's secret agents going around the White House, clicking on a flashlight for 2 seconds and then clicking them off in a way that doesn't happen in the games, that doesn't happen in even a Metal Gear Solid game where I imagine like there'd be some dumb thing.
I guess you could do it in the game since you control the flashlight.
You could, I guess. The only thing I can think of is like maybe it's like a special ops thing, so your eyes don't fully adjust to the light or to the dark, so like you're somewhere in between in case you have to get.
Or people can't see you coming, like you know where you're going, but they can't see you coming.
I mean, I guess, but the thing that happens, like it's so insane. That
I didn't notice this at all.
And then later, like in episode 3 or 4, Claire Redfield is using a flashlight and is doing none of that bullshit. She's just like, oh, I'm looking around.
Yeah, creepy house. Check.
Dude, that house was in the middle of a gigantic field of dirt. There was like no street, there was no trees, like it was just a huge thing of dirt for miles. And then she got to the house.
You can have it all.
Your empire of dirt. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I did like one of my favorite moments was like there's a scene with Claire Redfield that's like ripped straight out of the games as like a gameplay mechanic, where like we had seen earlier in the series that there's this photo of the Mad Dogs and she goes to that house where the guy's killed himself or whatever, and she picks up the photo of the Mad Dogs, and just like in the game, she picks it up, And then she talks to herself.
Yeah.
Where they go like,
oh, cool photo.
Wow, a photo of all the Mad Dogs. Like, wow, Jason is the only one left. And then she flips it over, and then there's a note on the back, and you're like, oh my god,
it's happening.
You pull out the note. That's exactly how it is in the games.
Yeah.
There's also a point where she's reading newspaper articles and reading the titles like out loud to.
That's what you do in the games.
That also happens.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean,
they always talk to themselves. I'm always like, is
and
this
Leon will be
head?
like, looks like some type of lab.
Yeah.
Well, is there something like when you guys were in elementary school and stuff? Did they imply that people who had to read stuff out loud were stupid? Like that if you were reading it out loud or if you were moving your mouth by reading silently, that you were like a dumbass?
They never said that, but I do
so.
say that to my dad, who is someone who reads every sign that he drives by.
Well, that's just fun.
I feel like they like put it into our heads that you were like stupid if you had to do that. But now looking back, I'm like, maybe they were just doing that because it was annoying to them to have to hear it. Because if everyone learns differently, who cares if they're reading it out
doesn't
loud?
matter.
But yeah, like now I'm like looking back, being like, that was just like.
So you're saying that Claire is stupid when she's like, the hero of Panam Stan.
By herself, completely alone. I mean, I guess
maybe.
not. I mean, if that's what you need,
It helps you remember stuff.
comprehension.
Actually,
I mean,
that does, like, saying something out loud does help me remember it.
well, yeah. I mean, and in journalism school, actually, you have to like read all of the articles out loud when you're working on them, because just to make sure they sound right or whatever. So, but yeah, that was like hard for me to do that because I feel like it had been so drilled in and like you're an idiot if you have to read.
I do remember that, and I do think it was because it was annoying.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's what I thought about the.
We've been talking about this for a little bit, and a submarine blows up in this.
Yeah. Well, we gotta talk about
got to the good shit.
the rat
true.
electrocution. That was cool.
Oh, that's
was
classic Leon.
I was like, I was gonna say, I think overall I don't like this, but there's a few great, there's a few
some
great sequences.
awesome stuff. Okay. So, this has never
The
happened
zombie rats.
in a game, but they end up on a submarine to go to China, I guess,
Yeah.
because they have to stop them.
It's kind of was it Mission Impossible where Tom Cruise was like running on a treadmill in that submarine? And
And Trammell Tillman wanted to fuck him.
yes, and everybody was gay. Yeah. The girl from Thor and then Cheryl Tillman, and they were all gay and hot.
He wanted the Top Gun submarine.
Yeah. So, anyways, it reminded me of that. First of all,
I feel like he was just like, "Hey there, guy."
yeah.
There was a sub in one of the live action Resident Evil movies where they had to like,
Oh, right.
where they're like, the
Michelle
only way
Rodriguez.
to get to this place is by sub.
Yeah.
A similar thing. But yeah, they're on this sub.
They're on a submarine. They're going to China, and we find, oh my god, betrayal.
Rats!
First we see there's some dead people, and Leon and Shen Mei and
Again, Leon just like,
Jason.
they walk into that room and they're just like, oh,
Dead people.
interesting. Why are they dead? What? they're just so like, Leon's just like, oh,
Well,
okay,
I just
more
don't know
dead people.
why
All right.
Owen, Jason, and Shen Mei
Jason.
like leave. Like first of all, they let Leon come at all because the president is told them to. But then why don't they just kill him right away? Like they're like,
they
maybe
really
he's
should.
gonna turn to our side. Like they think he might get on board. Which I mean, like maybe, yeah, but
Yeah, possibly.
he turns out to just be like, nope, I'm
No.
all America.
I'm all
I'm
America.
not helping, you
I
know?
also
That was
like,
my other
as-
favorite scene when him and Jason are talking at the table.
Yeah.
He just fucking
And
wastes
he's like, oh, so it's treason. You're saying treason?
Yeah.
And he's like, but for a good reason.
Yeah.
And he's like,
no. Nope.
And I like that scene where he's like going to put down. There's like all these guns on the table.
Yeah.
But then also like an
Yeah.
ashtray, and he's like gonna go put down his cigarette. And this is what I'm saying. Leon is just sitting there like not even caring a shit
Yeah.
about like this guy might pick up a gun, whatever. And then they pick up a gun real quick, and then like Leon shoots him dead.
Yeah,
like,
not
right
not
there.
even Ethan Hunt
not
would
dead.
kill this man.
Well,
yeah,
he
well,
was-
in Leon's mind, he killed this man.
Yeah, he was kind of almost dead. Yeah.
It's crazy to me that this is now after Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4, and Leon is coming across the remains of clearly zombie shit. And he's not just like, everybody just lock yourselves in the room.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
I got
everybody's a
this.
zombie.
I got this.
It's actually this is before on the sub and then later again, but he has the speech that he loves to give that I thought you were going to go this way with the AI song, because the speech starts like with, what is the true definition of terror? And then he's like,
yeah.
It starts with fear. I don't know why. Every single time he's like, it starts with fear. Like,
by definition, dingus.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
So he
He gives a whole Yoda thing.
He does.
Fear turns to anger, anger turns to hate, all that stuff.
He does every Yoda thing except for turning away when he's tired of all the questions and just crossfading out of existence.
I did feel like when Jason tells him that what they're doing, he's like, fuck you, that's treason. But then when hot Asian lady says what's happening, he's like,
I'm interested.
Oh, interesting. Now, you know what? Now I see. I see what you're
she
doing.
She saw him waste him. Okay, but we're skipping ahead. We're skipping ahead because we're so like
there's rats. He electrocutes the rats.
There's a whole like Resident Evil like game mechanic of like undead like submarine, and like that's a cool idea for a level. Like there's cool stuff happening there. Then like as Leon's having his own little Resident Evil moment, we see that Shenmei and Jason are just killing people in cold blood, which is kind of shocking at this point, like because it doesn't make sense of why they're doing that.
What's happening?
And then it's revealed of how the bioweapon was released on this sub, which this plan doesn't make any fucking sense. But what it is that there are basically T-virus rats on this submarine killing everybody.
Well, they didn't say T-virus, did they?
It could be the
we don't know what
they never really said
yes.
what virus it was. Yeah,
but anyways, like
just
the
a
rats,
BOW thing. Yeah.
It was cool because you're like, oh wow, zombie rat,
Yeah.
scary, and then all of a sudden there's like 200 zombie rats. You're like, oh boy, how's it gonna get out of this one?
And then he goes down the hallway where it's just like, oh, I just can't go down that hallway anymore.
Yeah.
And this is classic. The game would have something where it's like you have to fight a bunch of them. They're really annoying. Something happens. Then you get to a crescendo point where it's like, oh my God, I can't go this way. And then what does Leon do? He does some crazy gymnastics and sets up a situation where you can electrocute 300 rats.
Yep. It was great.
It was cool.
I did love the reveal of the rats because you're like, you see this whole room of dead people, and then like you see this one rat, and you're like, how the hell is this like one rat kill all these dudes? And then it
comes out of a guy's chest.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
And then you see that it moves real fast, like choo, 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 like it does not move like a normal rat.
Yeah, I would say that this is the best part of this whole thing for me. Like this submarine sequence, there's a plot twist happening, and then there's rats, and then we get to see Leon doing classic Leon shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is actually something that I would love to see in a game that I haven't. This has delivered something that I think is cool.
Yeah.
I somehow missed how this happened, but somehow the three of them get into that too. Somehow the three of them get into an escape pod or something,
right.
and they're able to escape as the thing blows up.
It's just like, the escape pod must have just been like when he climbs up that ladder and then they're like pointing a gun at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the escape pod.
He was making, like, they'd already triggered a self-destruct, which classic situation for Leon.
Sure.
And he knew there was an escape pod. He was making his way there. He assumed that they were dead.
Yeah. But then they still let him live, and they try to convince him again to join the side.
I think that there's part of them that know that, like, if they actually try to kill him, it's not going to work.
Also, that's true. Yeah.
So they're like,
this guy's too much of a badass.
Maybe he can come on our side, or maybe he'll just leave us alone and walk off into the distance.
I do think that that's the logic that this is working with. They're just like, you can't just shoot him. He's going to fucking kill you.
And I do like, I think it's funny too that the escape pod, the way that it's animated looks like the sub explodes and then the escape pod.
Yeah, it really does.
Which is how underwater stuff does.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Do we have, like, Leon says some dumb bullshit about cheese for the rats? I can't remember what it was.
I don't have it.
No.
I don't remember either. I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
With the rats, yeah. Then he shoots Jason, follows Shenmei to her grandfather's home and learns about what's going on with her brother. And then that entire compound weirdly collapses. They never really explain what's going on.
Her brother had a chip in him, and her brother was working for, what's his name? The Hexeth
Wilson,
secretary.
yeah.
Wilson. Okay, and that guy is has been working for biomedicine the entire time or whatever, bioweapons.
Yep.
And June C, her brother, was like one of the dudes who was in on it or whatever.
He was probably already like
he was infected
with this stuff. Yeah.
So, there's a chip that contains all the information that was like in his brain or some shit, and she took it out. Oh yeah, just like the clones. You're right. Anyway, so she wants to give the chip like to the media and expose the whole thing, which she worked with Jason, but her plan is not actually like the same as his. His is to just cause fear and terror and mass chaos so that people will start killing each other in the streets or whatever and ruin all of society. She's kind of just like, well, I want to get the truth out there, and he knew about it.
And I think that is Leon's. By the way, the direct line is when Leon confronts the hallway full of rats. He says, "Wish I had some cheese," which just
that's great.
Top grade comedy. But no, I think that in retrospect, this is what these games do. That Leon shot Jason in this moment because he knew that Jason only wanted chaos. And the reason that he wants Shenmei is that because she wants truth, and he's kind of on board with that. Sort of.
But anyways, they get bombed, I guess. By who?
They say,
Jason?
I think they say, Jason, Okay. But like, it's very unclear what's even happened. It just seems like the place is crumbling. You never see like explosions or anything.
No, they get bombed and they escape. And, like, I feel like there was more than enough time to get the grandfather.
Yeah,
and
they were like, Grandpa,
Leon just forced her to give up. Leon was like, nope. And she was like, grandfather. And, like, the grandfather was fine. He was just trying to cover the brother's body.
They watch him for a long time.
They could have been like, grandpa, like, I get it. Leave the zombie guy there. He's got to go. But they could have brought the grandpa, and they just did not. Okay?
I agree.
I will say, really cool. And
wow, look at all that rubble falling on his back.
He's pretty old. He probably can't handle that.
No.
I will say, cool thing of keeping the brother alive when they were like showing all the tubes and like he had grown like weird like stalactite face or whatever, and like there was the insert shot of the blood going in and like ash coming out.
Yeah, they were doing like zombie dialysis or whatever,
Yeah.
which is like, they were clearly like doing something, because even though he was fucked up, he wasn't as fucked up as Jason becomes as soon as he stops taking the inhibitor.
Yeah.
So they were onto something there.
Yeah, it was unclear to me if the explosion was Hegseth plus Jason or just Jason or like what.
I think it must have had to have been just Jason, because
I think it was just Jason,
has not done anything at that point. Like, he's still trying to convince the
but
president.
no,
to
but
turn
the thing that
against
comes
China.
up is that he's been using the Mad Dogs to instigate that war with China.
Oh, that's true.
And so like that could be another step in doing that. And so like, but I don't know why Jason, like the point of when Jason cares is unclear.
Yeah. Claire, we talked about her discovering the dude who had committed suicide. I don't know. Can the head be shot off that cleanly in a suicide? I'm like, how did Dick Cheney survive if the shotgun... like, I thought the shotgun was like pellets.
Dick Cheney shot the guy.
Oh, right. How did that guy survive?
Right.
That's what I meant.
How did Dick Cheney survive? Because he did the shooting.
Sorry. Yeah. But I like, it was like clean off. Like, there was no... I've like... Every time you see someone in a TV show or movie that has shot themselves in the head, it is not that...
I think it was a tactical shotgun.
He was using a real wide barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
Just to shred his head. Yeah.
I guess. Anyways, there's literally no head.
But Claire investigating that house is classic Resident Evil stuff too.
Yeah, that was great.
So then she goes... Her strategy is to ambush the Secretary of Defense in the hallway.
Smart.
And,
it's a good strategy.
Of course, he captures her and
Send
ties
some
her
goons,
up in an underground acid vat
Now,
that exists.
Underground Matrix facility.
It's been mentioned before, but it does bear repeating that it does track for Claire that her brother also tried to solve a problem by punching a boulder repeatedly, so they're not the brightest family.
That's true. So now she's tied up in this facility where they've got, like, Wilson has all these, like, BOW soldiers in vats. He's like, I'm ready to press play on all
We're
these
going to
dudes.
Shadow Moses, baby.
Well, and then he monologues for like a long ass time while
does.
she's tied up, which I'm like, why are you even telling her any of this? Like, but it turns out that all of it is like bioweapon scheme. Like even the conflict, civil war in Panam
fake.
Stan from the beginning was all fake. He had his own secret unit there that Junsi was in. Those guys were all infected, and then he infected more. They infected more people, and they
trying
burned
to see
everything
how
down.
everything works and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
If the inhibitors worked and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It was a whole test. And,
but then she's there, and then Jason, Shenmei, and Leon all get there, and they're all fighting with each other and with whatever. What the fuck is that guy's name? Why can't I remember?
Jason?
Wilson.
Wilson.
Oh, yeah, Wilson.
That's another Grey's Anatomy.
Wilson.
Anyway, so Wilson, they're all arguing with each other, and nobody even knows Claire is down there for like ages.
Yeah, ages.
Like she doesn't.
She
be
almost
like, Leon,
dies.
Leon. She doesn't say anything. She's just sitting there while they all fight it out and jump from level to level. There's acid everywhere. People are hanging. Like it's
Although, to be fair, in Claire's experience, when something like this is going down and Leon's in the proximity, just sit tight. He'll take care of it.
Yeah, Leon's got
I
this.
mean, I guess I thought for sure he was going to come get her out of the chair with the acid, but she gets herself out, which I guess was nice.
Yeah.
But then, like, later, she's just, like, still there and hasn't said anything. So,
yeah,
She
and
kind of saves his life, does she not? By, like, triggering some of the drops and things like that.
she is
maybe.
up. She is up in that like control tower.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think she
yeah,
does,
yeah.
actually. Yeah.
helping to slow down Jason's ascent because he's
Yeah.
trying to get back up to the surface to
Yeah.
scare everybody.
which again,
I'm going to scare them.
I was like, his plan seems so stupid that I was like, Leon should just let him go. Like, he's like, I'm going to go scare
Are they just
everybody.
gonna like fucking shoot him to
He
death?
thinks
up
that
there?
literally just the sight of him will cause society to fall.
Yeah.
Because it starts with fear. But and then, like, he's so convinced. But I'm like, Leon, just let him go up there. He's gonna get killed right away by like all the military and all the people. Maybe he kills like a couple of people, but like
And,
whatever.
and then
No,
everyone
he
goes
goes
like,
up
"Who the
there-
hell was that? Like, what was
That's
that?"
the end of Act 1, then everyone sings Masquerade. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean the fact that Leon actually thinks that this guy coming up and being a zombie would actually like ruin society.
Like, if they
is
kill-
a very like 2022
Yeah.
idea because
If he went up there and they
nowadays-
blew him up and they killed him, and they're all going to be like, "Oh my God, it was Jason, the hero of Panam."
To be fair,
he was a BOW.
Leon's town was nuked to keep the secret. So I think there's part of it where he's like, hey, I know they will do anything.
Well,
I
they
thought it
also
was
blew
just,
up-
I thought in this one it was nuked just to stop the outbreak. They were keeping it a secret.
Well,
Nobody knows.
That was in Panam Stan. They did the cleansing.
Yeah. But like
Oh,
Raccoon
okay.
City, nobody
Was
knows.
that
Like
a-
nobody
yeah.
knows what happened.
Oh, right. It's
and
the
he's
other movies. that
forced
everybody
into
knew.
working for the White House because they're like, yeah, you can't talk about it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just the fact that they think that the news cycle would actually ingest this long enough for society to collapse is just like ridiculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is Disclosure Day.
Yeah, seriously. It's
It's disclosure.
don't forget, I still don't know if anything was disclosed. Okay.
It's disclosure. Well, that's a line. You didn't hear that line, but that line
That
happened.
happens
Does
in the
anyone
movie. It
in
happens
this
in the movie.
in this show? Does anyone ever say infinite darkness?
No.
Okay, he
That has
never says like,
nothing to do with
I'm going to
anything.
put the world into infinite darkness.
No.
Okay.
Infinite
That-
terror. It starts
doesn't
with
even
fear.
make any sense.
Starts with
Is fear.
So yeah, he stops taking the inhibitor for like 2 seconds and turns into a crazy rock monster, which actually looks pretty cool.
Good.
Sure,
Pretty cool.
but just not
I like-
consistent with any zombies
Well, I
I've
like.
ever seen.
Yeah, that's true. I like
I
that
got-
it looked different than the other tyrants we've seen.
I
It's
gotta
like,
say,
okay.
Justin, how you killing this guy? He has a big
it's very obvious his weak point.
sniper rifle.
Giant
It's
heart.
sniper rifle right to
I
the
actually
heart.
thought it was really gross that like they continued the like heart beating noise every
Yeah.
time you saw him. I was like, this is gross sounding. It just sounded gross.
Yep.
I love that
High caliber round right there.
Yeah, I love that. Speaking of high caliber rounds, Leon grabs like a sniper rifle that
Sure.
must be like insane caliber that
Yeah.
shoots Jason's arm off with one shot. Yeah.
No, I thought it was like a bazooka thing.
Well, he uses the bazooka, but that
Oh.
misses him, and then
And then he just has a big
he
gun.
shoots him with like a
Okay.
sniper rifle that like
Yeah.
rips his arm off.
Yeah, he does come up to the gun cabinet and go, "Hey, sexy."
Hello, stranger.
So funny. And then eventually he falls into the vat of acid.
Only to be still alive.
partially.
Yeah.
So he could monologue some more.
So
and
he
again
monologue
say,
some more.
"It starts with this."
Fear will be there.
And then he does melt like a piece of cheese.
Yeah.
Fear will be your enemy.
Yeah.
It's Frozen. Yeah. A lot of acid, more acid.
Lots of acid. So all the BOWs that are being grown there are all just dissolved in
Camino
acid.
is destroyed.
And, Leon goes back to working for the White House, and he keeps the chip.
He keeps the chip.
Does not let Claire take the chip.
That was weird.
I don't really, yeah.
So yeah, now
He
we're
makes it
setting
seem
up,
like he has his own plan.
Yeah, well, no, it makes it seem like his plan is to not do anything.
No.
Well, he says, like, doesn't he say, like, I'm going to stop this?
No, his plan is to not let the world know, and he's going to go kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just weird because it's like, yeah, it seems like they're trying to set up some, like, line between Claire and Leon and how they're meant to think that they need to deal with things or whatever, but it's like she still knows about it.
Oh, yeah.
So like he's just like, well, no one's gonna believe her, she's on her period, like without the chip, who gives a fuck if she knows, like, so I don't know, it's just,
I think this is technically after Code Veronica.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that one falls.
It might actually not be, though.
We see that Wilson, who got bit and infected, is still alive and now using his own inhibitor, or his own inhibitors are being given to him
By Tricell.
by Tricell.
I guess this makes sense then that Claire's not in like the other two movies if this was before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I guess it like kind of makes it seem like, oh, maybe there'll be more stories, but this is the one and only season of this show.
Yeah.
'Cause
well, for now.
this quote unquote show. Yeah.
Dot,
I guess
dot,
it could
dot.
just come out of nowhere and be
Yeah,
like, there's a
anything.
new season. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Alrighty.
But also, one thing I wanted to talk about too is
Yeah.
Joanna Robinson, the podcaster House of R. They always talk about like Netflix subtitles.
Uh-huh.
So Netflix is known, if you watch things with subtitles, like I do. They go like the extra mile of their subtitles of describing things, like the sounds and the music. Like, a lot of closed captioning will just be like music plays, or it'll be like crunching sound or whatever. But
Squelching.
Netflix specifically, and especially on Stranger Things, and people have started noticing it since then, they always like go over the top, so the one that I wrote down was flesh crunching intensifies.
Yeah.
So it's like, it'll be like flesh crunching, and then later it'll be like flesh crunching intensifies, or like squelching tentacle, creeps, or the elegaic music, increases or whatever. That's
so funny.
So this benefited from that.
All right. Nice.
Is it time for a rating system?
Let's do it.
All right. How many BOW rats would you give Resident Evil Infinite Darkness?
I'm gonna give it 3 BOW.
Whoa.
I didn't think it was very good. I don't know. I just was like not into the story at all. It just felt like the slightest of all of them, and least interesting and most convoluted. And I just don't like the way it was designed as a series and the way the story was doled out. I just didn't like it at all. So I think there's some like really fun moments and good sequences, but overall I was just kind of like, I'm like not surprised there's not more of this. Sorry.
Oh, you're looking at me. I'm like, what?
Whoever wants to go next.
I actually did kind of like it. I think more than the other animated movies. I don't really know why, but maybe I'm just in a better mood or something. But I had an easier time watching it than some of the other two movies, at least the last two. So I was, and because I guess just because it is like on Netflix, it's more accessible. Like because the episodes. Like, it didn't really make sense for it to have it be episodic, but because it was episodic, it's like, it feels like less of a commitment or a reach, or you could be like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom now. And it's like not, whatever. So, and yeah, I did I like the music. I think the animation was better compared to all the other ones. There was some parts that were animated that were actually like really, really good. Like the higher shots of like the White House and like plants and trees and like stuff like that. Like, that was not as distracting in some of as those movies. So I was going to give it 5 rats, but yeah.
I was going to do 5 rats. I thought that this was The most coherent.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, but it's still entertaining.
I thought that had the closest to video game moments. I thought that Claire had some shit to do. I thought that Leon had some shit to do, and that there was at least some interesting character stuff there. 5.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because I actually did watch this like one episode a night because of just because of my schedule this week, and so I wonder. My whole feeling the entire time was like, I do think this would have been better just as a movie if I had just been able to watch.
I watched it as a movie.
Yeah, it's like, I just feel like
I'm in the middle,
stuttered and
I watched like weird. 2.5 episodes and then I had to stop and then I came back and I actually watched episode 3 all from the beginning again because I was like, I don't
remember. What? I did that.
I watched episode 3 basically 2 times and then I watched the last one. Yeah. So.
I guess as someone who played Resident Evil 4 and was curious about Leon saves the president's daughter. What the fuck happens?
What's that
and it's
about?
like, one, the president wants to fuck.
He does. I never heard anything of a first lady in this movie.
No, not at all.
So
That's true.
But this interesting kind of he's still Boy Scouting type of thing. What's happening? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like bummed that there won't be or that there hasn't been so far and that we're not going to watch in this series another continuation of like Leon and Claire because it leaves it, not really on a cliffhanger, but it does set up like this. They're going to be working against each other now, so it's sort of like, well, that would be interesting. So that's why I'm actually like kind of bummed that the other 2 movies then take place and clearly don't address this. And then what happens, so I don't know.
Well, interesting enough, if you are further interested in the Infinite Darkness universe, there is a comic book series, I think 5 issues it looks like, that came out actually after this in 2022, that is called Resident Evil Infinite Darkness The Beginning, which I believe is a prequel of sorts. So, if you're interested in this particular storyline and want to get some more into it, you can read those 5-part miniseries that came out. I see you can buy it on eBay for $99 right now.
What? Oh my God, $99.
It's probably like out of print. You can't find
maybe
all 5 of them or something. So, but maybe you can read them in a e-comic
digitally.
form.
Yeah. So where are we going next?
Well, that's going to bring us to the end of Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, the entire series we watched. Next up, we're going to dip our toes right back into some live action movie. Can you believe it?
I cannot.
We're finally to the much derided film.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought we were going to watch that other TV show next.
No, we're in the much derided film Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Which came out the same year as Infinite Darkness, just a few months later. This is the one that is directed by Johannes Roberts, who directed Primate,
which we loved.
Loved pretty recently. And this is the one that, we can talk about it. We'll talk about it next time, but
okay.
I think the consensus is that it's horrible.
Whoa.
And I wanted to see it in theaters, but then heard it was terrible and then didn't see it. So.
Oh, okay.
After seeing Primate and loving it at Beyond Fest, I am curious to see what happened with this film.
I'm very curious as well because it's, I believe it was made as a reaction to people being like, the Mila Jovovich ones don't make any, aren't like the games at all.
How many years after the last Mila?
Oh, good question. So this comes out in 2021. The
4
last
or 5
one was
2018, 2019,
2016.
Oh wow!
So it says development started 2017, and then it came out in 2021. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe how long we've known each other. Oh yeah, wait. This weekend is like the 9th, 8th anniversary of the podcast. I don't know. It's like,
oh yeah, we're literally recording on anniversary today, I believe.
Podiversary.
I think it's 9 because I think it was 2017.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look and see. But
we'll have to do a big 10-year anniversary, which is insane.
Yeah. But so that's up next. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City is the next one up.
All right, let's do it.
A full-ass studio movie. So we'll see.
We'll see.
we'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm very excited because I haven't seen it.
I wish I had some cheese.
Well, I mean, that's just always.
You can fix that pretty easily. I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we say goodbye, Eliz, where can people reach out?
Yeah, email us your thoughts, questions to sequelrights@gmail.com or reach out on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, or YouTube at Sequel Rights.
And rate and review wherever you're listening. Whatever you're able to interact with there goes a long way to help other people find the show.
That's right. And one way you can also help us too is listening to our AI songs for fun.
That's right.
You know, we're slowly destroying the music industry using AI songs. I'm kidding.
Us-
No one listens to these, okay?
Personally.
Only me. I listen to them. I force the co-host to listen to them every week. No, there's a few people listening, but
It's
not
a
very
good
many.
one.
But this one is Anthem for the Hero of Panamstan. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. And you can hear it not only in this episode, but on Friday it'll be out on Spotify and wherever else you listen to music. Check it out. We'll see you guys next time for Raccoon City, or Welcome to Raccoon City. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City.
Manners. You
Sorry.
need to welcome us.
I know. Welcome. Come
Welcome
on
to
in.
Varmint Town.
It's great. It'll be fun. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Back from a war, nobody won. Loaded with trauma and a loaded gun. Government lies, yeah, that's true enough. But your solution somehow even rougher. Purple veins crawling up your face. Inject another dose just to keep pace. Trust me, Leon, I know what's right. Then you start another terrorist night. You call yourself salvation. Everyone else sees devastation. I am the hero of Panamstan, marching through the streets with pride, holding my head high while I still have it. The last mad dog alive, shooting up inhibitors all the time, blowing up subs, yeah, I'll be fine. Some fucking hero. Wanted the truth for the world to know, so naturally you let the monsters grow. Every speech gets a little more grand as your neck turns into silly putty man. Shouting justice through mutated teeth, standing 10 stories underneath. One more serum, one more scream. You're the punchline of your own revenge scheme. History won't remember your name, just another biohazard to blame. I am the hero of Panamstan, marching through the streets with pride, holding my head high while I still have it. The last mad dog alive, shooting up inhibitors all the time, blowing up subs, yeah, I'll be fine. Some fucking hero. Leon says, man, just walk away. You answer with the B-O-W ballet. Claire's just trying to tell the truth, while you're speed running villainhood. You had a point for a minute or two, then every bad decision came from you. Congratulations, mission complete. You made yourself the final boss to beat. I am the hero of Panamstan, marching through the streets with pride, holding my head high while I still have it. The last mad dog alive, shooting up inhibitors all the time, blowing up subs, yeah, I'll be fine. Some fucking hero. self-made martyr with a master plan.